Hello guys. So in this video, I'm going to show you my Three.js project where I created the spreadsheet animation. So where the spreadsheet I created from the TexturePacker tool. So if you don't know about the TexturePacker tool, this is the TexturePacker tool which I use to create the spreadsheets. Commonly in a 2D game application. So what they will do is to create the animation like what I'm showing on the screen. So you need spreadsheets. So what is spreadsheets? If you don't know the spreadsheets, so I'll show you here. So here I have all the sequence of the animation. For example, so the frame 1, frame 2, and frame 3, all these things. So spreadsheet is a single image. So here I'll show the spreadsheet. So for example, here you can see this is a single image where I have all the sequence of the animation. So what is happening in a 2D game is they will actually show the image one after the other so that so when we show this, so like a flip book, so when we show this one after the other, so every frame, so then we get the appearance of the the character actually animating. So for example, we show the output over here. So here this animation, so what is happening is like we are displaying the each image one after the other. So this is running at 25 frames per second. So let me reduce the frame to 2 frames per second so we can see what is actually happening. So it's actually showing the one image after the other. So when this image is running at a maximum speed, then we get the illusion of the character gets animated. Right? So if it is 25 frames, we get a smooth animation. So the main part of animating character is generating the spreadsheet. And this TexturePacker is an amazing tool where you can generate the spreadsheets. So how do you create a spreadsheet? So first of all, you should have all the sequence like this, and then drag and drop all the images here, and this tool will automatically arrange the spreadsheet one after the other in the sequence of the number that you give with the underscore here. So let me zoom out so you can see all the spreadsheets. Right, so here this will automatically arrange these sprites one after the other, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So all we have to do is okay. So before that, I'll show you one important setting here. So that is the trim mode. If we remove the trim mode to none, so it will be actually like this. So it will like the each image. If I hover over the image, the each image is 256 by 256 size. Okay, so there are like 30 images. So the overall size will be like here, as it is shown here, 1290 cross 1548. Okay, so that is the actual size of the image. So why I'm specifically using this TexturePacker tool, because so it is having a feature called trim mode. So when I click trim, it will actually remove the space and then it will pack it tightly. So why we need this? And also you can see here the sprite is rotated to save the space. So why we need to save the space? Because once we trim the space, we actually reduce the size of the sprite image itself, right? So for example, so previously you saw the size was higher, so now it's only 1895 and 8883. So the output image file size will be lower. So the memory occupied by the sprite in the game will be lesser, and it will be more performance efficient for the game. You should be exporting this in the JSON array format. For example, here there are many other formats like Unity, Phaser, Fixie.js, and you should be selecting this JSON array format. So it will also give the output of this JSON. So let me see what this JSON is actually having. This JSON is actually having the data like, so what is the frame location of each sprites in the overall spreadsheet, whether it is rotated, whether it is trimmed, so what is its original size, and it also has the overall size. So when we combine all the sprites, what is the overall size of the texture file itself? Let's see how the code is actually working. So here what I'm doing is I'm creating a sprite but with a custom material. So as you can see, this material is having a custom shader material, and here I'm assigning a custom shader material named as sprite animator share, and here is a code. And this tutorial is not for explaining how the shader code is actually working, just to explain how the project has been set up. So this custom shader material is what actually animating the sprites based on the given data JSON input. So as you can see, this sprite, this custom shader is having a set of input uniform parameters like the sprite sheet texture, the frame, the source size, is it rotated or not. So these data are coming from this sprite sheet JSON. As you can see, the overall size, the frame, is it rotated, so like that. So all these values I'm assigning values. So here you can see I'm loading the JSON data and then assigning the material uniforms value over here. So after loading the JSON data, okay. So this is how the code is actually working. So let me show you the demo of how it's actually working. So let's refresh the page. So here you have to load both sprite and the JSON, right? So the JSON data will be read by the shader, and then the shader will be correctly rendering the sprites in the correct sequence. So let me load a different sprite. Now here I have another sprite sheet. So where I have so this kind of the sprite sequence. So where some of the sprites are rotated to save the space. So let me load this and check. So it also have the corresponding JSON. So we have to load both of them here. So let me load the sprite. And let me load the sprite JSON. So the frame rate is very high, so let me reduce to 12. Okay, so this is how the code is actually working, guys. And you can make use of this code as a sample and then make use of it in your one project. And one more thing I forgot to say is that this trim feature is only available for the Pro version, so that you have to buy the Pro license. Otherwise, without trim, so you can export the sprite as usual with the JSON array data and then pass the JSON and the sprite. So the same code will work as usual. So that's all, guys. So if you like the video, please like my video, and if you want to follow more videos in the future, please subscribe to my channel. So thank you, guys. See you in the next video.